That is like somebody put an IKEA lamp and a blue waffle together.
You're sexy, you are.
Fake Tits McGee and the fucking magical jamboree of dildos.
They came like a bolt out of the blue to discuss everything in geekdom.
Boom!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the attack of the 50-foot nerds.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live recording of the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds. Make some noise!
Thank you, and thank you once again. This is Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds, episode 86. Doug's off already. I haven't even finished introducing the show.
That's because of the Patreon stuff that we've just done. So if you want to pay a pound and then listen to it, that was brilliant.
For those who don't know, yes, we are the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds. This is episode 86, and every month when we do the show, we always start the recording a little bit early for our patrons to get some extra content at the start and again at the end of the show. We've just done like 15 minutes of Patreon exclusive content, and it's probably going to be better than anything you've actually paid for the next 2 hours. So good luck to you. No, if you're not on a Patreon, you join up now. It's literally like £1 a month, if that. And, JC, hello.
Yay!
You've just missed the funniest bit of the show. Sorry. But who are we? I hear you cry. We are. Exactly. That's right. I've trained you well. My name is Mike Bell, and I am like the lead host of the show. I do all this shit. I do all the gibbons and the gubbins and the what have you. And normally we have 4 people at the table, but this month we've only got 3 because Amara couldn't get the day off.
Poor Amara.
I know. So which side should we introduce first? Should we go left or right?
It's entirely up to
Left.
you. You're the
Okay.
boss. You're the boss.
Andy says left, so we go left.
Paul. Hey, Paul is in the house.
Oh, just because we've been doing 90s stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you get to be like LL Cool J.
I'm into Hizzle. I may have turned 50, but I'm down with the kids.
No. You're getting confused, Paul. You've got to stay away, 500 yards away from the kids at all times.
Isn't that where the 50-foot came from? The 50-foot Nerds?
Potentially. So, yes, it's Paul.
It is.
It is. What have you been up to?
We played games last
We
weekend.
did. We played games last week.
We had our first gaming night session
several years.
for several years.
Yes.
Which was great fun. We played your new game.
Yes.
Which
we found it.
Which you've had for several
4 years. We played the Evil Dead 2 board game, and it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. Except that
You're not fighting over who was Ash.
What?
Who
No.
was Ash? Who the fuck do you think was Ash?
It's his fucking game. So you know.
What kind of fucking conversation is that, Doug?
I'm taking me Ash in. Going home.
Fuck you, man.
But no, we got a lot of games at home that we just don't get to the table. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I was just going to give you... A man walked in, used the toilet, and walked straight back out again.
Yeah.
So, I was going to say, we're not that bad, are we?
And Joshua's, he's a busy lad, obviously.
We almost killed him.
Yeah.
We all...
Yeah.
Although the whole night was full of Nazi jokes.
I tell you, it's that long since we last did a game.
Hold on. We set out all these fucking chairs. You sit over there, the pair of yous. Did he smell or something? Sorry for insinuating that you do.
It's that long since we've done a game.
It's like the Royal Box. It's fine.
Joshua
Crack on,
has
come
gone
on,
from
performance.
being way too young to play things like Cards Against Humanity to being the exact right age to play Cards Against Humanity.
Well, we didn't play Cards Against
It was
Humanity.
Cards Against Muggles. We did the
Harry Potter version.
The J.K. Rowling adjacent version.
Didn't want to say her name, but yeah sure.
Yeah.
So started.
And he was just like in hysterics. It was so funny.
I wish we'd recorded that.
Yeah, and he won.
Yeah.
But so that's fine. Yeah, busy time because obviously next week is singing Nazis, singing nuns versus Nazis week for Joshua. He's He's in The Sound of Music.
Yeah, sorry, we need to clarify this.
I was getting a confused look from the peanut gallery, and it was like, yeah, better explain. Yes, he's playing Rolf. Yes.
It's like the 18th time he's played a Nazi now?
Yeah, something like that.
It's typecast. Literally, his drama teacher at college said to him, "You're starting to get typecast now."
Yeah, I know, and it's like we can't help ourselves now. It's just thing is, I was telling you this earlier. I was reading this article in a Doctor Who fanzine called Warp Warp.
Yes.
About this play they did back in the 60s in the heights of Dalek mania called The Curse of the Daleks. It's like they couldn't do Doctor Who on stage, but they did they got Terry Nation and David Whittaker to write a Dalek play.
Yeah.
And one of the cast was a guy whose name I want to say was Peter Russell.
Mm-hmm. So
he originated the role of Rolf in the West End. He in the original West End production of The Sound of Music. And you look at this guy as he was playing a Tharl, and you can immediately see why he was playing Rolf, because he was a good-looking blonde Aryan guy.
Yeah, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah,
that's what they wear.
So I immediately showed this to Joshua and then said to him, next role you need to be looking for is playing a Khaled.
Yeah. What was it? I forget what he did, but I think he was about to select a card from the box or something like that, and he went like this. He went like that, and I was just like, "Don't do that!"
Radio.
Yeah, he did the salute. I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Yeah."
9.
That's literally.
It's
10
cards in Cards Against You.
Yeah.
10
How many
cards,
cards
not 9.
you got
Not 9.
Yeah. So we haven't even introduced Doug. Hello, Doug.
Hi, I'm Doug.
Over on the person who is on the far right.
And I'm not a skinhead, I'm bald, all right.
All right, we believe you.
Yeah, my week has been pretty good. We've just crossed the 2-year mark of being
So you can officially start taking time off without being ill.
I attempted that today.
And that didn't work.
It's not like he hasn't got staff in already.
I've got staff in and everything. My family, bless them all for being so understanding over the last 2 years and allowing me to do this. So, yeah, so it's time for me to do a little bit less, but I'm just going to do more while I'm here. You know what I'm like.
Yeah.
Absolute machine.
I know what you're like.
Absolute animal.
Yeah.
Can't help it.
I know. Even when his pancreas explodes, he's like, "No, still got to work." I put that in the show description. Because Doug's pancreas explodes. Yeah. By the way, for people who do listen to the show, apologies that the last episode didn't have any intro clips. It was just a straightforward intro. I've had a hell of a few weeks, to say the least. I'm not going to go into it all right now, but yeah, life is very much up in the air at the moment for me. I just didn't have the time to work on the edit. Did not have the time. So you just got basic show last month. But we do have a show this month, and I will be putting the time into the effort of it. Yeah, shall we just get into it? Because I really can't think of anything, because it's only been 3 fucking weeks since the last time we did this show.
Mad? I was like,
it's weird.
I was pissing and moaning last time we were doing it on a Sunday. I was like, I don't like this anymore. I don't like doing this on a Sunday
just
anymore.
Like, right, fine. I'll see you in 5 minutes. We'll do another one. That's what it's felt like.
Again. Yeah.
It's really been really such a maybe that's just because my life has just been like, exploded right now. The time has lost all meaning. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it just feels like 5 minutes since the last show. Maybe it is because it's been 5 minutes since I actually put the fucking show up.
Well, there is that.
Yeah. I've been trying to deal with it for the last 2-3 weeks. It went up on Monday. But anyway, let's start the actual show. Oh, that's something I needed to do. I want to tell you all about something about, funny enough, in the intro, in the Patreon intro, we were talking about AI things.
We were.
Go check it out. £1 a month on Patreon. I was doing some e-learning at work this week, and my company don't hire like voiceover artists to do their things.
Oh,
like that.
right. Yeah.
They have AI do it.
They've started doing this at my work as well.
Yeah.
So it's not exclusively, But there's the odd bitten piece of training now where you have this AI avatar woman
Yes.
with an AI
And they
voice.
have weird body movements to do all that. Oh, I don't like it. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I've said to my manager, I disagree with this on principle because it is putting people out of work.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, at the end of every e-learning session, we have to fill in a feedback of what we think about it. And my feedback is always, get rid of the AI robots. It's horrible, it's confusing, it's quite scary, and you're putting people out of work for doing it. If you just want people from within the business to do it, do that, you know what I mean? Because that's what my old place did. They hired people in to do, from actually within the business.
Pushing for more money.
Oh,
then.
yeah.
I'll do it.
Literally, my old job.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Guys.
My old job, which was the same job but somewhere else, is the phone lines. They have to have like voices do the introduction on the phone lines and that. And they were hiring from within the company, so they said, if you want to do it, email us, and we're coming into the offices. We'll be recording everyone who wants to do it. So I said to them, what kind of? Do you just want me normal voice, or do you want like welcome? You've called blah 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 blah. You know that, and I was thinking about like doing, welcome. You've called the phone number and press option 1 if you want to speak to me, you cunt. So all that kind of stuff. What the fuck do you want? Let's answer it.
I genuinely have this conversation with my managers. It's like I have this unique set of skills, and
you're about to be taken. Listen carefully.
How big is it? Rather than just spending my entire time, dealing with shitty customers, it would be nice to,
what the fuck do you want, you cunt?
Utilizing those creative skills,
absolutely.
within my job space.
This AI thing, as I say, they had this one section where the character of Jane was saying like, my hair looks really pretty today. I'm gonna take a selfie, and she takes the photo, and you see the photo, and it's just hair, and you can see a computer screen in the background, and then this AI just goes, "Whoa, Jane, don't post the picture." And I said, "It's fucking Christopher Walken. What are you doing?" Posting images on social media.
He just needed to stretch it out a bit. The sentence was only like 2 sentences, but it's like 3.5 minutes long.
Yeah.
What voice are we gonna do? Oh
no! I
wait
forgot
a second.
My pass key. Can't get through the gates to the office. Do my work. Someone better open the gates. I'll tailgate them. Get through. Challenge my security.
Cowbell.
Get sent home. But it needs more cowbell.
Dong.
And that's So that's what it was like. It was like Christopher Walken was voiced by GLaDOS from Portal. That's what it sounded like. It was fucking weird. Oh no, this will not be
seen
good.
that little genius who does walkthroughs on video games? But there is Christopher walkthroughs.
Oh,
and he literally does the voice about going through any video game you can think of.
I'm gonna show you this image. I sent this to Paul and Amara this week. This is a genuine image that was in our e-learning. And as soon as I saw it, I was just like, "Wah!" Sound the racism gong.
Bong.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm not going to show anyone because it's.
I'm not going to use the voice, but I would refer long-term listeners back to
What's
Mr.
the context
Pimples.
of that?
I think it's just a guy going, "Oh no, I've sent an email to the wrong person." I think that's what it was.
I mean,
yeah. If you're a long-term listener, Mr. Pimples. Yeah.
It's really hard not to do the voice.
Chase off.
That's not right, that is it?
Oh my
You're
god.
the audience. I'll come to you.
Yeah,
Wait.
fuck it. Yeah. Oh my god, it's. Yeah. The reactions. Oh, I wish we had the camera going this month. Yeah, it's oh god, it's the Jackie Chan meme. Yes, yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Oh no!
Yeah. Wow. I'm not going to say the name of the company that I work for, but fucking hell, get a grip, guys. So yeah. The only other thing that I've got before we launch into the show proper is I do have an update from last month, a few weeks ago. I got the job.
Yay!
The acting job, yes. For those of you who don't know, didn't listen, weren't here, I went for an audition last. What's that? My OnlyFans is up, yes. But on a separate news, I went for an audition. And I got the job. The email started off saying sorry, so you haven't got the job. I was like, oh, that's fucking great. And then later in the email it goes, but we're giving you a different job instead.
Nevertheless, it said.
Yeah, nevertheless, you were too shit for that one, but here's a backup.
Mike showed me this email, and basically it's 2 form emails that they've stitched together and not edited, so it doesn't entirely make sense.
But they did it really professionally, just in case you listen to the show.
Yeah,
they were fantastic. That
Absolutely,
email was like best email I've
Brilliant email. Fantastic.
I will actually give them a shout out. Alara Events, you're really good. The guys who work there, fantastic. Can't fault them enough. I had a great day last time.
Yeah.
And I do genuinely mean that. I'm not just saying it to blow smoke up their asses in case they do listen. Do genuinely mean it. Right, okay. So, should we do an actual show where we talk about actual things, what actually happened to actual people?
Go on then.
Yeah.
Let's do some news.
Okay.
Spoil me.
Hang on, Paul. Are you saying that you want news?
I do want news.
Okay.
You want news? We got news. It's time for the 50-foot news.
There we go. Right. Months
Funny,
of rehearsal.
that.
Months of rehearsal. Yeah, it's almost like we set that up. Okay. Because it has only been a few weeks, there isn't a crazy amount of news. Thankfully, there hasn't really been much in the way of Fantastic Four news. Although there is one piece. There is one piece of Fantastic Four news.
Oh, is it?
Which I will get to slightly.
Well, okay. At least it's only one.
Yeah.
For once.
Right. But we're going to start talking about The Rock. About Dwayne himself. So
the prime directive of Sunkatsy is you don't talk about Sunkatsy.
Yes, yeah, and Fight Club. So the Hollywood's starting to turn on him. Recent reports of unprofessionalism on the part of Dwayne Johnson have started to surface, and now they're just snowballing. Previously, he had a well-publicized spat with Vin Diesel over this very matter. Yep. And what did you say? Car petrol. Okay, yeah. Vincent Diesel himself. Yeah, and it looks like wrestling's final boss, as he calls himself. That's a fucking stupid name, that.
So's The Rock.
Well, yes, but he owns that name now because he's part of the board of directors of TKO, the company that owned WWE. So yeah, he calls himself the final boss of wrestling. He's getting a taste of his own medicine, as well as reports that he turned up 3 hours late for WrestleMania because he tried to take over WrestleMania, and all the fans were like, "No, mate, no, we want Cody Rhodes." So then he was just like, "Oh, okay, then I guess I won't be the main event then." It said that he also turns up late on set for his movies as well, preferring to spend his time in the gym and only wanting to film for a few hours a day. His upcoming film, Red One, apparently this cost them $50 million because of his lateness. Because
$50 million on top of the price of...
So the film is costing X amount. He's wasted $50 million, whatever. $50 million worth of their budget by not turning up. They can't work because he's not there. They're just burning daylight. They're renting spaces and everything like that and not using them because he's not there. So it's just wasting $50 million because he'd just rather stay in the gym as opposed to go and film on set.
Well, according to the notes you've put here, he's literally pissing it away.
Yes. So he when you go to a film set, you're working like 16, 18 hours a day sometimes. It's hard work. It's not just sitting around. Okay, the actors, yeah, they do a lot of sitting around, but people who work on the crew work fucking hard. And they're waiting for this guy because he only wants to be there for like 3 hours. He also apparently doesn't like to use the same bathroom as anyone else.
Like once, that's it. Get me a new one, this one's broke.
Yeah. Well, it said that if he doesn't have his own bathroom on set, he just won't go to the toilet the same toilet as everyone else. Instead, he will empty out a water bottle, piss into that, and then give it to his assistants to throw away. And he has actually admitted it. He does it in the gym all the time as well. Doesn't want to go to the toilet in the gym, so he will piss in bottles at the gym. He's busy that on like Instagram lives and stuff. He also wanted to take over DC, as was well suspected, because obviously he did the Black Adam of it all. Yeah. That worked out well.
Yeah.
So
that film is a cure for insomnia. I swear
dreadful.
to God, every time I put it on, I fall asleep.
So, Dwayne's ex-wife, Danny Garcia, who's his manager, also somehow wound her way into being Henry Cavill's manager as well, and she was responsible for getting him back in to play Superman in that post-credits scene. From there, The Rock and his 7 Books production company went to Warner Brothers, who obviously owns DC, and just said, yeah, give us DC, we'll make it right. You watch Black Adam, it'll be fucking huge. And then it sank like a fucking stone in the Mariana Trench.
Boom.
So obviously, obviously Warner Brothers didn't give it to them. James Gunn and Peter Safran are in charge now. But because of how bad everything went, Cavill then fired Danny Garcia as his manager, and Seven Books are basically blacklisted by Warner Brothers completely now. They will never work with them again. Also, during Red Notice for Netflix, he flouted COVID-19 protocols, despite filming at the height of the pandemic, wouldn't wear a mask, wouldn't stay, socially distanced and all this kind of thing. Apparently also had an argument with Ryan Reynolds. They don't like each other. And yeah, all of this stems from some kind of control fixation. The guy has got a massive control problem. It's just waiting to see how his career is going to be affected now. Because that's why he went back to WWE, because his star was waning. No one wants to see his movies anymore. No one liked them. So he went, I know, I'll go back to WWE. Everyone likes me there. Instant ego boost for the man.
Yeah.
So
It's because the reference I made earlier, I literally just showed Joshua. The only reason I showed Joshua this episode of Star Trek Voyager was because it was the episode that The Rock was in. Otherwise, it's a crap episode.
Yeah.
It's 7 of 9 does intergalactic WWE. And it was great. It was great fun watching Joshua's reaction though, because he was on his phone when the guest star credits came up, so he didn't know that The Rock was in this episode, and they just do this whole 7 of 9 comes in, and then The Rock comes in, and Joshua's like, but he's doing all The Rock things.
Yeah, he does the Rock bottom.
Is he like the Federation's champion or something?
Yeah, he is.
He's doing.
It's when he's still
doing
got
that
hair.
look he does,
The eyebrow.
he's got a Star Trek bumpy forehead.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it's the
yeah,
rules.
Yeah. It was in my head. That's all I saw.
So, but yeah, that was like his first acting role outside of wrestling, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
And it was funny.
Here's the thing as well. If you ever read his book back in the day called Rock Bottom, I believe it was called. The way the book is written, it's obviously ghost written. He didn't write it himself. But in the book, there's 2 different fonts that are used throughout. There's the regular font for when Dwayne is speaking, and then there's a fancy font for whenever The Rock comes in, his persona. And there's a part when he mentions about how he was going out with this girl in high school, and some guy was being a knob. So he literally grabbed this guy, pulled his tongue out of his mouth, and was going to rip it out of his actual throat in the argument that they had. And he admits this in his book, that he was going to tear this guy's tongue off. I was just like, here's your hero, kids.
I mean,
Jumanji.
wow.
Yeah. That's in the actual book. He admits to that. That's crazy. But, yeah. So from one muscle-bound steadhead to another, He-Man's back.
Yay!
Again.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay.
Again. And
Did-
again.
Did you watch the latest cartoon?
What was it? He-Man and Masters of the Universe
Revelations.
Resuscitation.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I've forgotten what the subtitle. Season 2 of Kevin Smith's show.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't.
I
finish
should
season
do
one.
it. It's only 5 episodes,
I will.
and it's good fun.
I'll get to it. I've got a lot more time on my hands now, mate.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll get to it. Well, after the animated series actually did well for Netflix, the streamer was trying to find out how to actually do a live-action adaptation.
Yeah.
It's easy. You don't.
Oh, yeah.
don't.
Well, that's why they didn't, because they let the rights lapse.
Cartoon for a reason.
One of the things I loved about season 2 of Kevin's show is they brought in some of the stuff.
Wildor.
They brought Gwildor in
Gwildor,
from the live-action
yeah.
movie. That's such a great pull.
The live-action movie, well known for being mostly set on Earth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't really have much in the way of actual He-Man shit actually in it.
The set of Cyborg.
Yeah. So, on Thursday, Amazon and MGM have announced that they have now got the rights to He-Man and will be releasing a live-action movie on June the 5th, 2026. And this is going to be directed by Travis Knight, who did Bumblebee,
Fair enough.
the only good Transformers movie.
Well-
The controversy, however, comes from the synopsis that they've released for this take. The story as follows. 10-year-old Prince Adam, who crashed to Earth in a spaceship and was separated from his magical power sword, the only link to his home on Eternia. After tracking it down almost 2 decades later, Prince Adam is whisked back across space to defend his home planet against the evil forces of Skeletor. But to defeat such a powerful villain, Prince Adam will need to uncover the mysteries of his past and become He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Why does another fucking He-Man story set on Earth? It's not Man of Steel. Fuck off. We don't need it. It's Flash Gordon. It's John Carter. It's the last Starfighter. It's just not fucking He-Man. Just because he's got a fucking sword does not make it fucking He-Man. I don't give a shit. Just fuck off. Just set it on Eternia. Eternia is supposed to be this fucking grand magical planet. It's like Doctor Who rules. It's a quarry in fucking Wales is what it is. Or it's all just fucking rocks everywhere. There's a castle. There's a castle in the middle. Fucking nothing. That's what it is. I don't give a shit. But I don't need to see teenage He-Man going to the mall while he's looking for his fucking sword. It's gonna be like, Thor, where Mjolnir's in a crate in the ground. That's what it'll be. Some secret government agency will find the sword, the power sword, and go, oh, what's this? We can't fucking find it. And then somehow he's called to it. Oh, I have a dream about this sword. I have a dream about that. And he picks up the sword, and suddenly he's magically whisked off to the other side of the galaxy to fight his nemesis, Skeletor, who he's never fucking seen before that day. How's he his nemesis if they have no history with each other?
But he has the power.
Don't give a shit if he's got the power. He can have a fucking Diet Coke for all I care. You can't have an ultimate nemesis if they've only spent 5 minutes together. It doesn't work. Fuck off. What are you looking like that for?
And for those of you playing along at home, the time you wanted for when will Mike lose his shit is 7:22 p.m.
Fuck off. No, but seriously though, this is shaping up to be Man of Steel meets John Carter of Mars. It's Flash Gordon. It's a pile of shit. It's what it is. Don't do it. Just carry on with the animated. Do an animated movie, fine.
Yeah.
Just don't do this.
Do that.
I mean,
do anything but this.
Yeah.
Starring Courtney Cox as the character from back in the day. She's back again. She's actually He-Man's dad. Mum in this. It's 2024. You can be anything you want to be. So, it's Courtney Cox. It's Prince Adam's adopted
Courtney Cox
mum.
identifies as He-Man's dad.
Exactly. Fucking yeah.
Sorry, just to put in.
Although admittedly,
Courtney Cox is the Beast He-Man's dad is the name of the song.
admittedly, He-Man's mum is human from Earth.
I don't care. He doesn't live on Earth.
No, I know.
Right?
I get it. But the Kevin Smith cartoons have been really, really good
I've
so
enjoyed
far.
them.
And I will be very surprised if they don't do a Series 3 and they've set up some really good stuff for Series 3 at the end of Series 2. But I don't want to spoil it for you.
No.
I mean, I think you'll see where it's going. Cause
Going to Earth.
Masters of the Universe Returns Department. That's what it's fucking. Anyway, right. Let's move on. Okay, let's talk about something that we actually liked. There was a new trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine. Yay! Did you all see it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you see the 4 frames of Jennifer Garner?
I missed that, which is a shame because as I
She's
admitted earlier, and my
hit them all at the side.
my wife will agree that this is absolutely true. I do have a thing for Jennifer Garner.
He keeps it in his trousers.
Back in the day, I would watch Alias, and from like season 2 of Alias onwards, the 60 seconds of the title sequence that were just basically a montage of
Calloused. What a thought.
Who are you calling callous?
Just the one hand, never mind.
The title sequence was just basically a montage of Jennifer Garner not wearing very much. That was my highlight of the week.
30 seconds, go.
It's on Disney Plus. I recommend it highly. I mean, it was a great show anyway.
It's in the plus on its side.
That title sequence. Yeah.
And it was school for a lot of like big filmmakers.
It was a J.J. Abrams show. Yeah.
So
that's why I love Community, but I'm going off on now.
Well,
I won't talk about Community.
Saying about Deadpool and Wolverine, there was a fucking banger of a trailer. Obviously, it revealed a few cameos. Obviously, you can see Toad's in there.
Yep.
You can see Lady Deathstrike's in there. Some potentially the Russian from the Punisher movie. With
the
stripes.
The Russian?
Yeah.
It's called the Russian.
Yeah, it's just called Kevin. Oh fuck, what's his name? The wrestler guy.
Nash,
yeah, Kevin Nash, yeah, he played him in it. There's obviously Cassandra Nova is confirmed now as the villain.
Yeah, he got stabbed in that film.
Yes, yeah.
He actually they
car
messed
too far
up the rubber knife bit, and that knife that's stuck in his shoulder is actually in his shoulder.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, that.
And if you hear him talk about it in interviews, she's just like, "Hey, no, it's just it happens, you know."
Yeah, it's Kevin Nash.
You've got a
This
Kevin
is-
Nash, everyone. Who is this guy?
I don't care, you know. I was a wrestler for like 40 years. I played Oz the Great and Powerful. You know.
That's literally Kevin. That's the amount, as much energy as you're ever going to get out of Kevin Nash.
How is he a wrestler if that's the energy you get out of him?
Because cocaine's a hell of a drug, Paul. So, allegedly.
So is this a new meaning for?
Yeah, potentially, yeah. So anyway, it was full of cameos. The cameos don't stop there, though. Reshoots are apparently underway right now to include even more. I forget who was it who was asked this week. Someone was asked if they're going to be cameo in the movie again, and they just said, "Oh, I haven't had a phone call yet," is what they said. I forget who it was now, but anyway. The biggest surprise, though, is apparently there's one. So majority of the cameos are just going to be little blink, they're in there, but what is suggested is there are two factions in the what's it called now, the waste ground
TVA.
play, the where they are, the I forget what it's called now in the Loki series anyway, they're like the wasteland area, they are the Netherverse, whatever it's called. So you've got like all the villains hanging out there, which is why they're all together, and apparently there's like a group of I forget I'm blanking on words today. Anyway, an opposing force. Anyway, the good guys and the bad guys camps, and so most of the majority of the cameos are going to be in these teams, obviously on opposite sides. But the good guys camp is going to be comprised of Elektra. It's also apparently Channing Tatum's Gambit is going to have quite a bit to do, like freedom fighter forces. That's what I'm thinking of. And the interesting one is apparently Wesley Snipes is supposed to be there as Blade.
Holy shit.
Which is very surprising because Ryan Reynolds and Wesley Snipes did not get on at all during the filming of Blade.
Blade 3.
Blade Trinity. Yes. So, I mean, during the entire shoot, Snipes was always needed to be referred to as Blade, would always just be in character.
Didn't he threaten the director in that one as well? Like
Yeah, wouldn't close his eyes in the scene when he's supposed to, or wouldn't open his eyes in the scene when he's supposed to be alive at the end, but so they had to CGI his eyeballs open. It's shit.
What a knob.
So, but
that's right, Wesley. You
but
were
apparently,
knob.
apparently they have mended fences. Apparently, Ryan didn't have a falling out with Wesley Snipes. He had a falling out with Blade. Which then reminds me that Wesley Snipes went to jail and needs money, so that's
there
why
is
he's
that.
friendly now.
I kind of figured that was where we were going with this.
Yes, yeah.
As many times I've watched this trailer, and as much as I love it, that scene when he takes 3 claws to the cock is just so unnerving.
Well, that moment where the Wolverine and Deadpool are kind of, they come out of the van and then they're moving through from screen left to right.
And there's
that's where you can see Jennifer Garner.
And there's the Liefeld shop.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Randy was asking me why I'm laughing. I was like, he's the guy who drew pockets on everything. Don't matter.
So it's going to be interesting.
Rob Liefeld.
So when they said they were going to be doing reshoots, everyone said, "Oh, is this so they can do more stuff?" Because obviously they were filming during the writer's strike, they couldn't do reshoots. And he's like, and Sean Levy, who's directed it, went, "No, very happy with what we got. It's literally to add in more cameos. That's all it is." So it's going to be very interesting. Because the ones that we know about already are interesting. So let's see what else we get.
Oh my god, they could just go everywhere, couldn't they?
There are some really great lines in that trailer, though, where it's
oh,
like,
that's who it was.
let's do some cocaine. Feige said we can't touch that stuff.
Yeah, that's what it was. The guy who was asked if he was going to be in it was Eric Bana, who played the Hulk in 2003. And I would love to see him come back. Because I really liked him. It's just the movie. He just doesn't know what it wants to be. Anyway. We're moving on now. We're going to stay on the Disney side of things. At the start of the year, Lucasfilm announced that The Mandalorian and Grogu, a big screen outing for the Disney Plus breakout and his bounty hunting pal. It seems that filming on this is set to begin sooner rather than expected. Multiple sources say that the cameras will begin rolling in May. Now, they don't say whether it's now, the start of May, or at the end of the month. Doesn't know. It's just supposed to be at some point in May.
Well, today would have been a really great time to start, even though it's a Saturday.
Today is Star Wars Day.
Yes. May the 4th be with you, everybody.
Surely they get that day off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a holiday.
Yeah.
As is tomorrow, Revenge of the 5th. So
JC was talking about what they get up to at Scum and Villainy.
Yes.
On Star Wars Day, and when Star Wars Day is a weekday, it's a long day.
Yeah.
When it's a Saturday, it's like an 18-hour. They open at 6 a.m. and they keep going until it's more
Until
more
the
like
booze
20
runs out.
hours. So they keep going until like 2 in the following morning. But
So you're slacking, Doug.
Yeah, big time. I'll say it here and now. I'm no JC.
No.
No, I mean,
Doug, you're better.
that's what I want to be when I
You're
grow
danger,
up.
Doug.
Yeah. Unlike you, unlike JC, you didn't go on Rosie O'Donnell as a teenager in full Jedi robes
That's
to do
true.
Star
That's
Wars
true.
trivia.
That's true.
I watched that video on YouTube this week after he mentioned it
I have
on
not seen it,
Fat Man Beyond. Yeah.
I'm also not mates with the old fat man.
That's very true. Yeah. You're mates with me though.
Oh,
so, you know.
absolutely.
That's fine. Right. Okay. Sorry about that. That was a weird one. All right. Okay.
But the one thing I want to say about
yes.
The Mandalorian and Grogu is going to be a shit title,
It's
so they had better change it.
Yes. Well, it's been 5 years since we had any cinematic Star Wars, so I actually hope that this gamble does work out for
They
them.
call it Wolf and Cup. Oh no, so it's big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So it is going to be a gamble for them because they're risking a large percentage of their fan base not actually knowing who these characters are. Because I know, but you can't fucking throw a rock without hitting a baby Yoda. Oh, exactly, he's up there. But there's going to be a lot of people who don't have Disney Plus who won't have seen the Mandalorian shows, and they're
Will
expecting
they
to
go
in.
watch this film then?
Well, exactly, that's what I'm saying. Are you expecting to go in with 3.5 seasons of knowledge of the character? Because obviously he was in Boba Fett.
I think
as
it'll
well.
work. I think it'll work anyway. Cause
I think it will. But
it'll make people that go, do you know what? Everyone's banging on about this film. I might as well get Disney Plus.
yeah,
exactly.
I think that
Exactly.
may be
And
one of the
go watch
reasons
it.
why. To be honest with you.
They're not daft.
No.
I know. I actually went to watch Tales of the Empire this morning, but I couldn't be arsed with it and watched Godzilla -1 instead.
You know,
it's so good.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I've got that waiting for me on the computer.
It's
and,
brilliant.
But
Even the opening, the first time you see Godzilla, is so different. It's amazing.
I'm looking forward to seeing
great.
that. And then because I knew I wasn't going to have time today, I literally spent like 3 hours in 1999 yesterday because I watched Phantom Menace.
Time traveling phone box.
Well, yeah, I watched Phantom Menace, but we decided after conversations.
I was going to considering that.
Yeah, conversations with you last weekend and Joshua. We introduced Joshua to the League of Gentlemen. We watched episode 1 of the League of Gentlemen, and it's like I'm sitting there.
What you can't do today. And
he thought it was hysterical, but I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, there's so much of this you couldn't get away with now. No way, no fucking way.
Some of it you can, obviously.
Yeah, but there's no way you could do Babs Cabs now.
No, yeah, Barbara would not be. I mean, when you get to the anniversary special they did a few years back, the world's obviously changed a lot since then, and what they did with Barbara in that is really good.
Yeah.
So when you get up to that, you'll see how they tackled that issue many years later. Anyway, moving forward, Seth Rogan's controversial animated movie Sausage Party is headed to TV, as Amazon Prime have announced the date that a sequel series called Foodtopia is going to drop in full
I can't
on
wait
July
to
the
not watch
11th.
that. I can't wait to not watch that. I'm not watching that right now.
Look at him go, everyone.
To be fair, that was a trailer I watched and thought that looks like it's going to be great fun, and then I heard maybe not and didn't watch it. So
whoever made that trailer is amazing at their job.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. To polish a turd that way.
I don't know what else there is to do with the story following how that movie ended with the drug-fueled massacre and food orgy. But I guess we're going to find out. Well, it's not a great movie, but the last 10 minutes are fucking insane.
okay.
Yes.
It's an acid trip. It's an
It
absolute
actually is. Yes.
acid trip of a movie.
Yes. Yes, it actually is.
Oh my god.
Speaking of TV series, Scooby-Doo's coming back to live action. Greg Berlanti,
Jinkies.
Tom Allen, Tim Allen, even. Yeah, it's Zach Brannigan. No, fucking Buzz Lightyear. What are you on today, pal? Fucking sort your head out. Greg Berlanti of CW's DC shows has signed a deal with Netflix to bring those meddling kids and their pesky dog 2 to the small screen. Seems to be part of his overall deal with the streamer, which led to the creation of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina and the recent Dead Boy Detective show, which I've not watched yet, but it's on my list.
going to watch that.
We watched episode 1 of Dead Boy Detectives because I've known these characters for like 30 years now because they're a spin-off from the Sandman, and have got their own comic books. But I'm glad that Dead Boy Detectives didn't end up somewhere other than Netflix, and it is all
it's originally supposed to be Amazon.
It is all tied. Yeah.
Good.
And Neil is basically showrunner, and it is tied into the Sandman TV show because it is.
Even better.
It's Kirby playing
I
Death.
came home from work the other day, and my missus said to me, like, I've just watched an episode of something I think you really like. I was like, oh, what's it called? She's never gonna spit that answer out ever. What's it called? Oh, it's a thing about these like dead detectives and stuff. And I was like, come on, you can do this. Come on.
Are they boys?
Are they
Sounds
boys?
like
Are
two
they
syllables.
boys? Are they boys? Are they dead? Yeah. She's like, yeah. I said, I will like that. I said, because that's neat. And she's proper like, yeah, that's right. I knew it.
I like that they are obviously they are much more modern takes on the characters.
Oh, yeah,
but you've still got your granddads, or in this case, my original versions of the characters.
You say about granddads, I found out that Mark Woods is about to be about granddads very, very soon.
Oh yes.
Fucking hell, that makes me feel old.
Yes.
Sorry, that's just a friend of ours.
When your mates have kids who are having kids.
There's a child that you knew when she was like this big. And now she's having a kid of her own.
Yeah.
She's like, fucking hell. Yeah.
The modern take on. But the characters were in Doom Patrol as well. The Doom Patrol TV series.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it the same guys?
Sorry.
Actors.
No. But one of them played by Ty Tennant.
What?
Ty Tennant.
Oh,
David Tennant's.
What is it, Titanic?
Son.
Big fucking boat. Yes, that is. We're going to solve that case, aren't we?
You know Amara isn't here. We don't have to do that whole mishearing thing.
Say again.
I'm not doing it.
What?
Hey-o.
I don't know mishearing. I know Mr. Hearing, her father. Anyway, so...
is she a friend of Mandy Morning?
You tell me.
Half a Wednesday.
Mark, Spencer, they're all there. All the characters.
Spencer.
There we are. Before we move on, saying about TV shows at Netflix, I watched Baby Reindeer.
Oh, Joshua's started watching that.
Fuck me, that's a good show. That's a really good show.
Balls to the wall, brave as hell.
Yes, absolutely. That guy is...
He's kind of stupid, to be fair, to do it.
Honestly,
to relive what you went through and do it...
Because it's actually
and you
him.
play the character.
Yeah, he plays a fiction, not even a fictional version of himself. It isn't as much as they've changed the name, but the guy who's playing the main character is based on events that happened in his life to him.
Yeah. And people put 2 and 2 together, though, haven't they?
Yeah, they know who it is. Yeah, of course they know who it is.
So it's brought a lot.
She apparently wants to sue Netflix, saying I'm not that fat.
Yeah. It's more about the dude.
He looks ugly. That he's ugly. And all this kind of stuff. Just not forgetting that it's actually him. He doesn't look as handsome as the real guy and all this kind of stuff. But is the real guy anyway? We won't go into what happens in the show or anything like that. But like Doug said, it's fucking brave of him. That scene in episode 5 where he's on the stage and episode 4 is like the big oh fuck episode 5 where he's on the stage and he has his moment. Mate, I had chills when I was watching that. And then,
It's a one watch.
Oh, yeah.
It's a one watch. It's a 20 years a slave.
Yeah,
it's
you won't want to watch it
You
again.
don't go back.
No.
Wow.
I would only go back purely to watch the performances because it's that good. Knowing the story and how it all works out, you knew where the story was going to go. You knew it was always going to end one way. But, it's fucking hell. He's so brave to do that. I wish I'd have seen that on stage because he did it as a stage play first.
Oh.
And then it got picked up into a series. So, that's probably why he's comfortable doing what he does in the show, because he's had this therapy.
I had the
so
knowledge
difficult
going
to
in.
talk about.
I had the knowledge going in that it was him.
Oh, right.
So when I'm watching
I didn't,
it, I'm like, he's not acting.
Yeah.
He's not acting. This is how he feels about it. This isn't an actor having to find the headspace to go, right, I'm now upset because of the things that have happened just now.
You don't have to do your Stanislavski sense memory.
Yeah,
He's got the fucking sense memory already.
The tears are real. Yeah. Everything's real. And when that happens in any kind of TV show, it gets me.
Yeah.
So the John Ritter funeral.
Yeah. Oh, Eight Simple Rules. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They're all real tears.
It sounds more like reverse stand-up comedy, if you get what I mean. Cause
no, that's what we do.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Sit down. Sit down. Stand up.
You know what I mean? No.
Yeah.
It's like it's not stand-up comedy. It's stand-up tragedy.
Yes. Yeah. Do you know what the funny thing is? I've seen a video. Someone found his original stand-up stuff from when he used to be a comedian, and they showed his routines in real life versus the routines in the show.
Spot on.
And it's very similar. He does the Venus and Serena Williams gag. He did that actual. Good show. Definitely recommend watching it anyway. It's totally out of context for this because it's obviously not sci-fi or anything like that. No geek related.
Yeah, we watch other stuff.
Yeah.
We're not typecast. We watch what we want.
It is good. Anyway, speaking of other stuff that is in that vein, sorry, yes, I forgot. I'm Peter Pan on a pantomime.
Slipping his fucking thighs.
Here's another show. Here's another thing that I'm probably
like Tinkerbell.
Yeah. Here's a thing that I'm probably not gonna. I probably will watch, but I won't want to watch. Craven the Bastard Hunter, starring Aaron Taylor Johnson as the title character.
What do you guys think about the trailer for this?
I mean,
it's a trailer.
It's a trailer.
It is a trailer. Events happen.
It makes it look interesting, which is what a trailer does. Yeah. But on
here's a guy. A lion bled into his mouth.
I basically disagree with this movie on the basis of them trying to turn Craven the Bastard into a some form of anti-hero.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not. He's a cunt who goes around hunting animals.
Yes.
And
Spider-Man. Yes.
I just
but what do you do when you want to make a movie about him and not have Spider-Man in it?
Morbius, I'll watch it the same way I fucking watched Madam fucking Web. Top 5 worst films I've ever seen.
It's dreadful.
And hands down.
It is.
And I don't
awful.
say that.
It is possibly one. Yeah, it is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
It's so bad.
I've seen bad movies.
And the Venom films.
I can give it 1 star, and as much as someone turning the cameras on, that's the only reason I can give it 1 star.
Yeah.
There are people in front of those cameras saying words.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. That's something that happened. So I just don't understand why Sony are trying to go full steam ahead on a franchise where you cannot use the main character of that franchise without consent from other people.
Like the baby shower.
Well, they've spent money on it, therefore they are trying to get a return on that money that they have spent.
Well,
buy something else.
By spending more
Here's
money.
A crazy idea. Create your own new characters.
What? Steady
madness.
I know. I'll never catch on.
I know. Get AI to do it. It's fine. So anyway, this movie is moving. Anyway, it's supposed to come out this summer. It's getting pushed back to December the 13th now.
Merry Christmas!
Because Christmas is that special time of year when we like to watch a man hunt endangered species.
Yeah.
It's going to be fucking dreadful. It's going to be absolutely awful. Sticking with Aaron Taylor Johnson, though. Earlier this year, we learned that Danny Boyle was expanding on the 28 franchise with 28 years later.
It wasn't a franchise. It was a
two
movie.
movies.
It was a movie with a sequel.
And comic books. Yes, it's technically a franchise. 28 years later will be the start of a new planned trilogy. And found out this week that the cast will include Jodie Comer as the female lead, Paul's friend. The aforementioned Aaron Taylor Johnson will be joining her, as will Ralph Fiennes, Voldemort himself.
I admittedly never met her, but she has been within like 100 meters of my house.
But damn restraining order.
Damn. What was it? It was that.
Help.
It was the.
It was called Help.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. About the care home in the
care home drama.
Yeah,
that's the phrase I was looking for.
Paul, why do you keep the shed that you kidnap women in like 100 yards from your house? It seems like hard work and a bit of a track.
I watched Room recently. Fucking hell, that's a movie.
Room?
Yes, with Brie Larson. It's very loosely based on the Joseph Fritzl story, where he kept his daughter in the basement and all that kind of stuff.
That?
Do you know fucking hell. There's also a knockoff version I forget what it's called now. I think it's just called like The Girl in the Basement or something like that. And it stars the dude from The Breakfast Club. Was also he was also the
Judd Nelson.
Judd Nelson. That's it. Yeah, it's him. They're both based on the same kind of thing.
That one rings a bell.
Yeah.
I think I might have walked in and my missus watching that and going,
that's actually not that bad for a knockoff movie. It's quite good. But Room, you can see why Larson was nominated for Oscars. I'll tell you what, she's really good in that film. Yeah. The kid's amazing. The kid is absolutely fantastic. He's gone on to do stuff as well. Exactly. Definitely worth a watch. It's not because as much as say it's about a girl who gets kidnapped and raped and has to raise a child in this fucking like contained space. It's not about that. It's about the yearning for freedom. And as much as it's, I say it's about, it's set in this one room and all this kind of stuff, it's not. She gets out of that room exactly halfway through the film. Say the film's 2 hours long. At the 1 hour mark, she's out of that room. And then it's all about adjustment back into life after you've been gone for so long.
Okay.
Phenomenal movie.
That's selling me the idea of the movie now.
Definitely. And the whole how they get out, I won't spoil that, but it's so good. It's heartbreaking how they get out. Definitely check it out. It's on Netflix, so yeah, watch it. But anyway, back to 28 years later. The plan at the moment is to shoot the first film, back to back with its sequel, and that is going to be directed by the Marvels director Nia DaCosta.
Or as you wrote, Hemeld,
yeah, by Marvels director Nia DaCosta. Marvels is okay. It's a film. Not as bad as people say it is.
Marvels, yeah.
It's okay.
You can see for what it is. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a 15-year-old girl. So
apparently, it lost a lot of money.
I know.
But, it is what it is.
But I don't think that's the fault of anybody particularly involved in the production
it will
of
find
the
its
movie.
Audience. It will find its audience.
They're using the same marketing methods that they're using for the big films.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not a big film. But
it's not Endgame, is it?
The problem,
if you're aiming it at the main crowd is not the female crowd. It's
the problem with the Marvels doing as badly as it did was it's the sequel to a $1 billion movie.
Yeah. But also the sequel
Marvel
to a TV series that a lot of people will not have seen.
And which admittedly is a shame because
it's really good.
Ms. Marvel is like the best thing ever.
Yeah. She's fantastic as that character.
We love her. We love her to bits.
I kind of wish that the series had been a movie just about her now, but you say, Marvel are doing a multi-million-dollar movie based upon a teenage Asian superhero. Immediately, there's a huge percentage you are not going to go and watch that movie.
Yeah.
So, anyway. We will move on now. The final piece of news that I've got for this month is an odd one. Recently, Janet Jackson, which is not a sentence I thought I'd say on this show, was on the Drew Barrymore talk show talking about her acting career and how she was offered a role in The Matrix. Janet Jackson says, no. She was never actually up for Trinity in The Matrix. However, she was offered another role in a movie around about the same time. And she says it's a role that ultimately went to Halle Berry.
It was Storm.
It was Storm in the fucking X-Men movie. How fucking weird is that we could have had fucking Janet Jackson play Storm? You know what happens with Toad when it's hit by lightning? Same thing that happens to everything else. Hee hee. That's what it would have been. Oh, no. Fucking, could you imagine that? It just would have been so weird. Which reminds me...
We should got an Oscar for Monsters Ball as well. She just completely took her career on. No, I don't think so.
She got a tit out at the Super Bowl. So. She was trying to catch up to Halle Berry.
No, but, Halle wins.
Yeah,
Halle wins.
Well, it does make you think about that alternate universe where the X-Men kind of characters. Stop getting ahead of me! Ha! John Hollywood here. X-Men characters who are played by musical stars. Go!
Oh my God.
Sinead O'Connor as Professor X.
I can't beat that. Nothing compares to that.
Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder as Cyclops.
I mean, there are obvious ones, like Madonna would have been a great Dazzler in the 80s, I think.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm trying to think now. I wrote this and I didn't even give any fucking thoughts.
So,
what rock star would have been a great Wolverine? Like
Lemmy.
Yes, Lemmy as
Glenn
Wolverine.
Danzig. That's,
Oh, I was thinking like you could win Gambit and the Ace of Spades.
if you like to gamble, share.
Who else?
Audience, anyone?
Come on. Dr. X.
Who the fuck is
Who's Dr. X? Professor X.
Yeah, he didn't go. He didn't
Just
go,
remember his qualifications.
Yeah, he didn't go for 3 years, mate. He did the full 5.
Timmy Sharon!
Charles Xavier, MB Arts.
Oh, right. God, pop star. I'm dreadful.
He's going to beat second.
Meatloaf as Magneto.
I like that.
That's even a nice sentence. I like that.
That's a good one. In terms of like the look.
That should be a song, that.
I see Meatloaf more as I think Meatloaf would have actually been a decent. I don't want to say the Blob because that's too mean. That's too mean. He was big, but he slimmed down at one point. I think Meatloaf, Sabretooth Meatloaf probably might have been slightly better, but I do see where you're going. Meatloaf obviously a great actor anyway in his own right. I would love to have seen him take on some kind of X-Men role. Definitely.
You know, I think Kitty Pryde,
Yes.
Miley Cyrus back when she was doing Hannah Montana.
Okay. That would have been actually plausible.
That would have. I think that would have really worked.
I think Miley Cyrus today could potentially make a decent, like, I don't know, Dolly Parton. Miley Cyrus playing Dolly Parton, or Dolly Parton being an X-Man. Dolly Parton as Dr. X. That's why he's in the wheelchair.
Dolly Parton as Dazzler.
Let's
go. Let's go.
Dolly Parton would have been a decent road back in the day. Let's see. Oh gosh.
What other ones?
What
have
other
we
ones?
got?
We need someone
Oh
to.
my God, who's? I've got the pop star in my head, and now I just need.
Daft Punk as the Sentinels. Let's see.
Who's got a tash?
Who's got a tash?
I want Freddie Mercury.
Freddie-
But I don't know who to put him in as. I'm just trying to think.
Freddie Mercury could have been a decent.
Freddie Mercury. Oh no, it's not an X-Man.
Freddie could have been.
It could have been.
He would have been a decent Nightcrawler.
Even though he could have been the.
The fucking slinky moves of the man, yeah.
What's that fucking character?
Now, Gene Simmons.
That's
That's
fucking brilliant.
No special effects
That is
needed.
Brilliant.
No, but as soon as you said that, immediately I thought Gene Simmons would have been a decent Magneto. To be fair, I actually think.
Who's the leader of the Hellfire Club?
Sebastian Shaw.
Sebastian Shaw. Freddie Mercury.
Okay.
There you go. That's what I was going with.
Yeah.
I know he's not an X-Man, but
No, yeah.
he's in X-Man.
I mean, it's just in.
Yeah, really.
What's that? Who's this? Robbie Williams as Beast.
No, you know.
Playing against Cypher like it.
You know who Dolly Parton should have played? She's a Southerner, so it's got to be Rogue.
That's what I fucking said.
Sorry, I missed.
Where'd your ears? As Rogue, yeah? Yeah.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Let's see. Who could be Iceman?
All I can think about now is Dolly Parton as Rogue. I'm sorry. You have to give me a second.
As 90s animated series Rogue. Absolutely, yeah. He's not watched X-Men 97, the bastard.
Not yet.
I mean,
I'm
it's good.
rewatching seasons 1 to 5 of the. I'm on season 4 of the original
It's
before I get to
so
X-Men
good.
97. So
It's so good. Oh, do you know what? No, Meatloaf would have been a brilliant Cable.
Yeah.
I think Meatloaf. Oh, yeah, he would have been good. Yeah, I like that.
What about Janet Jackson as Storm?
Oh my God, could you imagine? No, Michael would have to be Nightcrawler.
No. Yeah.
Because he's been black, he's been white, let's let him be blue.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
why not?
I'm German. You can also be German. Kurt Wagner.
I'm going to bam for Ranty now.
Stevie
No,
Stevie Wonder. Oh, he's not an X-Man. I was going to say Daredevil. Doesn't matter.
can I?
It still works, fucking.
Mentioning Stevie Wonder, lyrics to his songs always do my head in. He's got a lyric it's like, recently I've been looking in the mirror. How the fuck do you know?
Paul, have you ever seen Stevie Wonder's wife?
I know where this is going.
Has he?
Let me toss that baseball up. Come on. There you go. Now it's he. There we go. Yes. That reminds me, actually, saying about jokes that are.
Do you know it took him like 2 years to write his last song? Yeah, he dropped his pen. And I'm ashamed of that one.
I had to stop myself from walking under a ladder while I was listening to Stevie Wonder. I'm very superstitious. Yeah. So. Shut up.
Well, I think the writing's on the wall.
It is. So actually, no. Before we do get any further, actually, you've just reminded me of something. I actually, I went to the garage before I was on my way here. I had to put air in my tyres in my car. A pound. It cost me to put air in my tyres.
Yeah.
It used to be 20p.
I'm breathing it now for now.
That's inflation, though. So
Hey-o.
There we go. There we are.
Ding,
right.
ding.
That to me ruined everything. So I'm going to move over to Paul now as he talks about his thing, which is Doctor Who news in his little section that's called Hold On Chesterton. It's the Doctor Who news.
Hold on to your lapels, Chessington. It's the Doctor Who news.
Look how happy he is.
That
Look
boom.
how happy he is.
That boom is just brilliant.
Well, I
isn't
work
it?
hard at the gym, Paul. So
We are less than 1 week away from the double bill of Space Babies and The Devil's Cord. I know, but you know what?
Would you like Space Babies?
I think it's going to be an awesome episode.
Yes. The Mandalorian title. John Favreau, you're welcome.
The episodes will be dropping at midnight GMT worldwide. Who's staying up to watch it at midnight?
Probably not. It'll be a breakfast thing for me, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. Anybody gonna just wait until it airs at like 6 in the evening?
Probably watch it then as well.
I probably will wait months
Months.
to watch it.
I will
we'll get to
peck
you in a
your
moment,
head.
don't worry.
I will peck your head if you don't watch it straight away.
I've got
What do you
a
think's
lot-
going? We'll be here at
I've
Saturday.
got a lot of catching up to do with
Yeah.
Doctor Who.
Well,
Lots and
hang on.
lots.
So before we get into the rest of what I've got here, you said you've been doing some research on
I
Doctor
have
Who.
watched some Doctor Who. So
What have you been watching?
I've been watching what's the era? Is it 2005, 2019? Is that what
Yeah,
it is?
yeah.
So
New Who, except it's
New
kind of
Who.
old now, but you know.
So I watched the Eccleston stuff a long time ago. I've had it. Like you said
Microphone up
before-
slightly, Doug. Microphone up slightly.
Oh, sorry.
It's on-
So, like when you were saying you had some selected episodes from Star Trek that you've been
Yes.
watching recently, I did that with.
Excellent.
with-
That's a really good way
so
of going about
So
it.
I've got through to like season 4. Did have some weird reminders when I was watching it though. So like Peter Capaldi being in Pompeii.
Yes.
I was like,
And they pick up on that.
I was like,
They,
okay.
that pays off during the Capaldi era.
this face?
Why this face? I remember why this face came back.
Because that's the episode where he's played by Billy Connolly instead. Just, yeah.
Hey,
I'm the Doctor.
look at my hair.
So that
My attack
that
eyebrows.
jumped out at me.
Yeah.
There are two things that I want to talk about.
Go
I know-
on.
I know you love Doctor Who, and I'm not
Yes,
trying to
I love
be
Doctor
a
Who.
knobhead, but it is the knobhead. The people that do the designs and stuff
Yes.
for the villains, the aliens, and everything.
Yes.
So Cybermen are anthropomorphic, robotic-looking
Yeah.
men.
Yeah.
You've got Daleks and stuff,
Mhm.
which are dustbins with the tanks, basically.
Yes.
They're all pepper pots.
Yep.
Yeah.
What the hell were they thinking about with the ood? That is like somebody put an IKEA lamp and a blue waffle together.
It's about that time the baldy fella, they saw a baldy fella in an Italian restaurant and he looked up and he had a bunch of spaghetti hanging out of his mouth.
It was just so weird. And it's a great episode, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I do like that episode because you do feel for him and blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
And the brain and all
Yeah.
that. But then I was watching another episode.
Yeah.
I watched an episode called The Doctor's Daughter.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
the
Yeah,
beginning
so-
of the
so-
incest.
2008.
Yes.
And in 2011, those two got married.
Yes. So it's the Doctor's daughter, played by the Doctor's daughter, because it's Peter Davison's daughter,
Who was
who
the
is
fifth
then
Doctor
now
Who.
married to the Doctor.
It's David
And they have kids together.
That is fucked.
Yeah,
up.
it's deeply confusing.
So
Somebody once asked Peter Davison, "What's the weirdest thing a fan has ever given you?" And somebody in the audience immediately shouted out, "Grandkids."
It's like
Because-
hashtag me who.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Because Davison was Tennant's favourite Doctor growing up, which is why when they had that little mini crossover, it's those two, because he wanted to be on screen with his
And
favourite
he
Doctor.
he does the whole "you were my doctor."
So in that family, let's just count them off now. Okay, so you got the 5th Doctor,
Yeah.
you've got the 10th Doctor,
Yes.
you've got the Meta-Crisis Doctor, you've got the John Smith, you've got
The 14th Doctor.
the 14th Doctor,
The Doctor's
you've got the
daughter.
Doctor's genetic clone daughter. Yep. Let's see what else. There's probably more, but it's very ancestral within 3 people.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
very
So
odd.
I will continue to watch.
Please do, and I will be
But
interested to
but
hear.
I will stop
what-
researching stuff because it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It took me a different place.
Did you have you watched Staged?
Staged?
Okay, so this is the show that David Tennant and
Michael Sheen.
Michael Sheen did during lockdown about basically being stuck in lockdown.
No.
So it's basically
It's all
the
done on
two
Zoom.
of them doing Zoom calls to each other, and basically their respective other halves are in the shows as their respective other halves as well. So yeah, you got to watch Staged. It's
One
it's
thing at a
brilliant.
time.
They're like
Yeah.
they're only
He's only got one day off a week.
they're
isn't
only
he?
15-minute episodes, and they did like they did like 3 seasons and a Christmas special. I want to say it's great. It was great fun. I think because Staged is very much them playing themselves. You get a kind of a perspective on David and what's her name's Georgia's relationship, and it is great fun. But I do recommend it.
And whether this is slanderous or whatever, I'm actually looking forward to getting rid of the Tennant and getting into the Matt Smith bit.
I still maintain his first episode's a great intro.
Matt is
First
great.
episode's
Matt
amazing when
is
he's
great.
checking if he's ginger.
Yeah.
Because I remember that.
Yeah.
And I don't remember
Well, Tennant does that as
it's
well.
good. It's great science fiction. It's not good science fiction. That was a slight. It's great science fiction, which is what I look for.
Yeah.
It was just weird for me that the Doctor was younger than me.
Yeah.
For like the first time,
Oh,
and it was like, it's like he's a child dressed as a geography teacher, but but I love Matt Smith to bits.
He is very good.
He is
He is
awesome,
very
and
So
Joshua got a photo with him.
So that's
at
the
a
first
convention.
time in like the nearly 2 years that we've been doing this show with me on it, where you've done the Doctor Who section, and I've actually said something.
Oh
and
my
usually
God.
I'm in the corner.
Doug, watch the thing, everybody. Well,
Quick,
Yeah.
first question I wanted to ask you guys is: so they're dropping the episodes GMT midnight.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever remember doing a midnight screening of a movie, or did you go
Yes,
to the
I've done this.
the cinema.
Yeah.
I've done it in the cinema a few
Yeah,
times.
because that's all this is like, isn't it?
Of course it is. It's whatever you're into. It's your Star Wars. It's your.
What was your midnight screening?
I've done I think 3 Star Wars films in all.
Yeah,
altogether.
that doesn't surprise me at all.
Of course.
So I've done a few. I did the midnight screening of Revenge of the Sith when that came out. I went with my mate Richie. I had to pick him up from town. He was drunk. So the pair of us are watching that
so
movie.
rich, yeah.
Drunk, it really was. I had to wake him up a few times during the movie. And the thing is, I'd already bought tickets for the first morning screening as well before I found out there was a midnight one. So I finally finished watching the movie, got Richie home, went to bed, 4 o'clock in the morning, was back in the pictures for 9:30. Watching it again, did that. I also did the midnight release for GTA 5 the first time on
okay.
PlayStation 3.
Awesome.
Did that. That was purely by accident, because I wasn't bothered about it, and then I was working literally next door to Game. It was, and they were doing a midnight launch, and I went in the afternoon just to have a mooch around the shop, and they said, "Oh, we're doing this tonight," and I was just like, "Well, I do want to get it, fuck it," and I put me money down, and I did the midnight launch, and then another one was it wasn't midnight. I think I've told this story before. It wasn't midnight. It was 10 o'clock in the morning. It was when The Matrix, the third one, Revolutions, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, Revolutions came out, and they were doing the worldwide launch, the simultaneous launch of everything.
Worldwide
So it was
premiere.
it was like on a Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I went to the pictures, and I was going to do that, but they said, that's that one, but if you wait like 20 minutes, we've got one like in better sound quality and all this kind of stuff. So like, okay, yeah, fine. So it wasn't technically the worldwide one, it was 20 minutes later, but I remember waiting in the lobby. This is the old pictures on Edge Lane in Liverpool. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday. There's me, just dressed normal like this, jeans and t-shirt. There's two other people, both in full fucking leather gear with the trench coats and the fucking reflective Morpheus sunglasses without the arms on, just pierced on the other nose. And there's three of us just sitting on this couch outside the screen waiting to go in. It's like, one of these things is not like the other. I don't think anyone went to the 10 o'clock screening, I'll be honest with you. And then it's just me and these two fucking freaks just waiting to go in 20 minutes later.
For me, there is only one Matrix film. The first one's spectacular.
I still haven't seen the fourth one. I need to get around to that.
For me, I have to admit that the only midnight thing I've ever done was for a particular, shall we say, Magic Child book-related series. I went to Waterstones to pick up, I think it was like book 6.
Flat Stanley 6.
Yeah.
The Reckoning.
Yeah, something like that. So, but that I mean, you rarely see book signings like that.
No.
I say signings,
I saw
book launches like that these
I saw a
days.
thing on Facebook the other day. It was just like reminder to the scenes when UK did Black Friday for the first time, and they had this camera crew of this news, like they were at PC World or somewhere like that, Curry's or something, and they were expecting it to be thousands of people. The doors open, one fella just walks in. On his own. Hello. That's it. One fella. The fucking scenes. You know what I mean? Expecting him to be trampled to death.
Turns out he was a billionaire and he bought the entire store.
Yeah, he was just a man. They said he was late.
So, so the new series of Doctor Who is being heavily promoted by Disney in the US. Shooty and Millie are doing all the chat shows.
Not just some of them.
All of them. Yeah. The TARDIS landed at the entrance to Disneyland. That was a weird photo because it's like, I've been there.
Jesus fucking hell.
New York subway trains being wrapped with promotional images. Times Square billboards. Basically, somebody's gone, excuse me, Disney, how much can we spend on publicity? Yes.
Do you remember You've Got Money?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
So, but, you know, as we were saying before, Space Babies. I think that's it's going to do exactly what it says on the tin.
I mean, come on, yeah.
They are space babies in space buggies. I mean, what's the thing that they always say? Never work with children and animals. I gather it was
in space.
Yeah, I gather it was quite a complex shoot to get all the babies recorded, so they had to use a second unit because they had to get all these shots in within the 5 minutes that a child is allowed to be on set.
To be fair, if there's one place I would like to film with babies, it would be space. Because in space, nobody can hear you scream.
Is that you screaming, Michael, at baby?
Column A, column B, my friend. Column A, column B.
So, The Devil's Chord, of course, is the Beatles episode without the Beatles music. The next question I wanted to ask you guys is, if you could travel in time to any gig, what would it be?
Let's see. Well, do you remember that time we went back in time to see Paul McCartney not Paul McCartney, John Lennon in the 80s? That was fun. That's canon. Go back and listen to Christmas specials. Do
you want me to go first while you think?
Yeah.
I'm a massive... I may not realise this, but I'm actually a massive fan of classic 70s punk. So I would want to go and see...
Oh, you haven't lived till you've seen this man program.
I want to go and see the Sex Pistols at the Free Trade Hall in Manchester. Not just because it's a Pistols gig, but all the people in the audience who then went on to be, massive movers and shakers within Manchester and punk and
I was about to make a joke then, but no, it's too mean.
There's so many possible gigs you could pick from.
Any gig.
Any gig.
Live Aid.
Do you know what? Yeah, that's
that did occur to me. That would be an awesome one, especially going and seeing Freddie and Queen.
To be fair, that one and the Freddie Mercury tribute.
Yes, at Wembley.
In fact, I'd rather do that actually.
Yeah,
I'll give away Live Aid. I'd rather do that one.
Seeing George Michael performing there. Yeah.
George Michael, and then you've got Elton John and Axl Rose.
Wow.
That would be a
massive
surprise to everyone.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, they're the two that would come to my mind as well.
Yeah. We'll just go together then.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's being on your own.
Yeah. So the
Two men on a date in the 80s. What could possibly go wrong? No, it was the 90s. Sorry, wasn't it? Yeah.
So Devil's Chord. It features Jinx Monsoon as the malignant god of music, the maestro, who has been described as part Jinx.
I don't watch all these like drag race shows.
Really
and all
do.
that so it doesn't.
You know what? That did really come as a surprise when you
last week
you mentioned that.
Said
I don't get the excitement.
Monsoon, and I went, excuse me. That is why I'm now watching Doctor Who, because I'm going to be ready for when she comes on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a
someone called Tickle Me Elmo. I wouldn't know who the fuck they were.
The rest of the family really love RuPaul's Drag Race and that. So I know
awesome.
I know a lot of the performers from watching stuff as I kind of walk through the room while they're watching it and what have you.
It's the names. I don't understand half.
But that's names. Part of the drag ethos. You come up with your drag name that's kind of punny and kind of rude.
Kind of rude. Alas, the Thunderfuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no subtlety to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not.
Lily Savage
it's
back
not
in the day.
meant to be subtle.
It is in your face.
It was a normal name.
There's a Canadian drag queen called Jimbo. Jimbo puts massive fake tits on, and he's been to clown school. He is a clown,
right?
And he's incredibly entertaining. I always find the comedy queens are the ones that I'm rooting for.
But I want the subtlety of it all. I don't want literally just like fucking fake tits McGee and the fucking magical jamboree of dildos or whatever the fucking whatever name they call themselves.
That's fine. It's not your thing, but that doesn't mean that performers like Jinx aren't good at what they do and indeed have spread out to other. It's like she's back doing Chicago again as Mama Morton. Yeah. So she's parlayed RuPaul's Drag Race into a worldwide career.
Yeah, because she's talented.
Lots of other things.
That's fair enough.
But yeah, so the maestro, part Jinx, part the Joker, part child catcher from Chitty Chitty
the
Bang
music
Bang.
Meister from Batman, the Brave and the Bold.
The maestro is a god level character, and that's what we're expecting to see more of coming up. Gods and monsters.
Yeah.
So, following on the 18th of May is Boom, which features the return of showrunner Stephen Moffat. Of course, he and Russell T Davies remained good friends, so Russell had told him all about his return to the show before the initial announcement. And as part of their matey conversations, Russell would always ask, if you would, if you could. And Stephen was kind of...
Would you like to come back and write us a story, would you?
If you could. And Stephen was kind of, I don't even know if I've got any ideas. It's like, we haven't done this or we haven't done that properly. And eventually something comes up. So apparently the keywords are suspense. And having looked at the preview in Doctor Who magazine, I'm reasonably confident I know what the basic plot of Boom is.
Yeah.
Have
you seen that bit in Kingsman 2? Is what I'm.
I'll be more blunt about it. It's basically the Doctor steps on a landmine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's so we've seen that in a number of. But so we're going to have 45 minutes of Ncuti Gatwa stuck in one place while they.
Yeah. Wouldn't fucking surprise me, I'm not going to lie.
Apparently, Boom is the first time that they've utilised an AR wall, like the volume from The Mandalorian and stuff like that. So they're using a lot of stuff like that. So that'll be interesting to see. 25th of May will be the episode entitled 73 Yards. We don't know much about that yet, other than
how far you've got to stay away from Jodie Comer.
Yeah, exactly. In addition to lots and lots of lovely episodes of Doctor Who, BBC Books have announced the first...
I just remembered that clip from the intro. I love fucking Jodie Comer.
Thank you. In addition, so they've announced the first original novel adventures for Shooty's Doctor and Ruby. Do we have to do that?
Yes, we do.
No, we really don't. So it's Ruby Red by Georgia Cook on the 13th of June. Caged by Una McCormack, who has written many Doctor Who and Star Trek adventures in prose and script forms, is on the 27th of June. And finally, it's a bit weird, this release schedule. We're then going to have to wait until November for Eden Rebellion by Abby Falaise. I don't know why they're not just dropping all three at once like they had done previously. But what it does mean
like
is
our publisher, I've got the answers.
It's a bit of a weird release schedule, but. You know, at the very least, I'm going to have Ruby Red and Caged to take with me to read by the pool while I'm in Egypt.
Oh, fuck, he's going to Egypt, everybody. Yeah, he's mentioned that before.
The July episode is going to be interesting because I'm going to come back baked, basically. Also, BBC Books have announced that 11th of July is releasing I, TARDIS, a memoir told by the time-travelling police box itself.
Fuck off!
Herself, even.
Fuck off with that.
To writer Stephen Cole. So basically, it's an autobiography told by a police box. So, yeah, why not? Why not? They're always looking for something a bit different.
remember when we landed on Skaro and the Doctor fucked off for 3 days. Then he came back and we went somewhere else.
It'd be really, really funny if he was constantly going, he just keeps leaving me everywhere.
Where are you
I don't know what I
going?
did to him. I love him and he doesn't
All
want
he
me
does
back.
is he fucks off, then comes back, takes me apart, puts me back together,
Wait,
and
right.
fucks off somewhere else.
Wait until you get to the episode The Doctor's Wife, and then I absolutely challenge you not to think of William Hartnell stood by the TARDIS and going, you're sexy, you are.
Thanks for that clip, Paul. I love it.
Yeah, that's going in. That's going in at the start.
Before you move on,
Yeah.
you said before that they're using something like the volume.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's going to make it a little bit more polished and a little bit good. Now, for me personally, Doctor Who's always been like it's a little bit blue screen. It's a little bit, and it's
wobbly sets, cardboard walls. Yeah.
The charm of it. For me, that's always been
No,
like.
New Who hasn't been the Spit and Sawdust show that it was up until 1989. We've still got
It's
that.
still got aspects of it.
Yeah.
But no, they wanted they threw all the BBC money back at it back in 2000 and
they're going to make something look
2005.
better than great. But for me, it's always been that,
You want the wobbly walls.
and it's never been like, oh my god, look at that. It's I'm watching Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've always enjoyed that part. But if they're going to use the volume or a volume,
Yeah.
you can't call it the volume, can you? Then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Doctor Who, because it has been around so long, has always kind of been at the cutting edge of TV technology.
Yeah.
So because Barry Letts was he was the producer during the John Pertwee era. Was very much a proponent and was kind of the guy who taught everybody else at the BBC how to use CSO chroma key.
Well, let's just remember that Bowie said a lot of things,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Bowie said to me.
Bowie said to me the colour for chroma key is green. No, it's not green. It's yellow. It's blue.
What is going to be green?
Yeah. Bless Uncle Terence.
Uncle Terry.
Yeah, but so that technology, that advance of technology, the first fully CG title sequence for
the 80s.
for Sylvester McCoy, the way music. Was created
that intro sequence
through the radiophonic workshop, starting with just bits of tape and scissors, and eventually moving on to modern day synthesizers and what have
That
you.
original title sequence is literally just point a camera at another screen and watch all the wibbly wobbly shit happen. It's amazing.
Video howl around.
Yeah.
So it makes absolute
From
sense.
day one, it's been innovative.
Yeah. And sometimes that innovation is because they didn't have money. This time, the innovation is because they have money.
Yes.
And that makes it, in the end, they've got a 2-year contract with Disney, and Disney are going to want something that they can put alongside Star Wars or Marvel or what have you, and go, yeah, we're happy with that, and we will want more.
Yeah.
So,
and if you read between those lines, it's what can we make money out of?
Absolutely.
Hey, let's sell some TARDISes. Let's sell some K9s. Let's sell some Daleks.
well, yeah, it'll be nice to. This is it again during that sort of late 2005 to 2010 period where you would go into Toys R Us. Remember that, kids? Yeah. Toys R Us, and they had a massive Doctor Who section.
This is literally my whole reason as to why normal procedure is the Doctor has one outfit and he wears it every single fucking episode, no matter what. Yeah. Every episode this season, Shooty will be wearing a different costume, and it is purely for toys. That in my head is purely for toys. Just looks like Tennant had his standard brown suit his first season, season 2. Then season 3 he had the blue suit as well. You could sell another toy. Now you can have literally a different toy for every episode this time around. It's yeah.
I mean, to be fair, no.
What's this?
What's this?
Frustration. Yeah.
I don't entirely agree, because if you look at John Pertwee's outfits, they were of a type, but they were never entirely the same.
Well, it was close enough. That's
different jackets, different shirts, different trousers.
Yeah.
There was variety.
Yeah, and I get that.
As long as it's the basic shape, then you can pick and choose. And Tom's did as well.
Shooties are all completely different every episode. Even to the point where the Beatles episode, he's got this fro out of nowhere. Yeah. It's just like the Doctor's clearly wearing a wig for this episode because he's got a shaved head.
He's clearly wearing wigs a lot of the time because Shooty doesn't. Yeah, and he doesn't have a tash either.
Yeah. There's that the Regency era episode. So
yeah, that's going to be great
for that. So it's a bit. I don't know.
I'm not going in looking for problems. I'm going in looking for Doctor Who that I'm going to fucking love. And I know I'm going to fucking love these 8 episodes.
I just want 45 minutes of enjoyment. Let's just see how we get there.
You will, I'm sure.
Space babies.
I'm sure. Space babies, bitches. That's another one for you, isn't it?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my god.
And on that
Suno.
bombshell.
Space babies, bitches. Oh god. Right.
Shall we carry on?
Are you done? Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Let's crack on and talk about any other business.
It's time to talk about the weird and wacky things happening around the world with any other business.
You don't like that thing, do you?
It is a bit freaky.
Oh, sorry, it's meant to be.
He's missing a goose on the end.
Well, I don't enjoy it that much. What's that? Need more kazoo. Needs more cowbell.
Needs more cowbell.
I might add some fucking cowbell to it then, fucking kazoo or something like that.
Just one.
I'll work it out.
Cowbell, just so you can then say, needs more cowbell.
Okay, so let's do some of this. Okay, so the first story I've got this month is from BBC.com. A woman turned up for a hospital scan only to be told she's died. She's demanded an explanation. Bridlington Hospital staff told Susan Johnson that according to their records, she'd been dead for 4 months. The muddle meant that the 62-year-old carer's allowance for looking after disabled husband, Bob, was briefly stopped. NHS England said it was aware of an issue involving the incorrect civil death registration, later rectified by the patient's GP. Mrs. Johnson from Scarborough attended a hospital appointment in March 2023. The mother of 2 said, "I gave them my letter and their first words were, 'Oh, you're dead.' I said, 'Pardon?' I was in shock. Then they put something on the computer so I could have the scan, and then they just said, 'Bye,' and that's it." Mrs. Johnson said their experience left her shaking like a leaf. Husband Bob was angry when he heard that what had happened and took Mrs. Johnson for a coffee to calm her nerves. The retired housekeeper contacted her GP and was told that the mistake had been fixed. However, when she contacted the Department for Work and Pensions, the bemused call handler told her, "Oh, on the computer, you're dead." I said, "I'm not. I'm still talking to you." I shut down completely. I didn't talk or anything. I was in my own little bubble. Yeah.
Are you sure, madam?
Check for us. Although her benefits have now been reinstated, Mrs. Johnson is still unclear as to how the mistake happened and who was responsible. She said, "It was very hard. There was no one to talk to." In the statement, Mrs. Johnson's GP, Scarborough Medical Group, said they received an electronic instruction from Primary Care Support England, who provide services to GPs and other medical professionals, indicating that she should be removed from their records. They said as soon as the practice was made aware, they took action to resolve the issue with the colleagues of PCSC. PCSC said it was not involved in the issue and was not responsible for registering patients or marking them as deceased, yada, 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 yada. Mrs. Johnson is now concentrating on her hobbies of gardening and knitting and wants to move on with her life. But she's... What's that? I'm breathing, yes. Her main hobby. She still wants answers. "I need to find out why it happened, how, and by whom. And that person, whoever has pressed the button, should not be working wherever they are." So... Shipman is at it again. we got all the cultural touch points down tonight. Shipman, Fritzl, we're all over the shop. It's
Oh my God.
Christ. It really is. We're all getting old, mate. It's fine. Okay, next one comes from Paul drags the age equivalency up of this show massively. Okay.
Who's got a birthday coming up?
Don't know who's got a birthday coming up. Don't know what you're talking about, Paul. I'm going from 39 to 41. There is no in between, especially not recently. Okay. Next one is from apnews.com. A family in Quebec is searching for answers after discovering that their father's remains didn't make it from Canada to Canada from Cuba, where he died on vacation, and instead they received the remains of another man.
Gasp.
Funerals for Faraj Allah Jojo were scheduled for Sunday and Monday. He gets two of them. She didn't even get one. Instead, his daughter, Miriam Jojo, has been desperately calling and emailing as many officials as she can, trying to find his body. Based upon the name, I'm not going to do a silly voice. Up until now, we have no answers, Jojo said. "Where is my father?"
Is he down the back of the sofa?
It might be. There's an old remote down there, a couple of pound coins. Yeah.
27 cents.
Jojo said she was swimming with her 68-year-old father in the ocean near Varadero, Cuba, during a family vacation on March 22nd, when he suddenly had a heart attack and died. Because there were no medical facilities, his body was covered and left on a beach chair in the hot sun for more than 8 hours.
Oh,
Let's go. I did say. Oh my God. Until a car arrived to take it to Havana. Jesus Christ. After that, it's not clear what happened. Yeah.
He's going to have been a bit ripe.
Just a bit, yeah.
8 hours in the hot sun.
Christ. Jojo said that she followed the directions given to her by the Canadian consulate and paid 10,000 Canadian dollars, that's 7,300 US, to have the body returned home to the family. However, the casket that arrived late last week contained the body of a Russian man who was at least 20 years younger than her father. And unlike her father, the body had a head full of hair and tattoos. So it's not like they could be easily mixed up. For God's sake. Jojo said that the stranger's body has been sent to his country, but she and her family don't know where their father is. They've contacted the Canada's consular authorities in Cuba and blamed the company in the island that coordinates the returns of remains. Since then, she has been emailing other government officials, including her member of parliament, who has agreed to reach out to Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly. Jojo says, "I'm honestly destroyed. Up until now, we have no answers. We're waiting. I don't know what to tell you." Let's see. So far, they have spent 25,000 Canadian dollars, 18,248 US, including 15,000 Canadian dollars, 10,950 US, for funeral services that have been put on hold. Jojo doesn't feel that she's getting the answers that she needs and is hoping that Joly will personally intervene to pressure some Cuban authorities. What I want is for someone to help me find my father. Fucking hell.
He's faked his death, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's not one.
He's on the beach for 8 hours, get a nice tan.
He's done a runner and he's hiding out in Havana.
Maybe.
He wants his mojitos.
Didn't come back. Yeah. Okay, the final story I've got this month is from KCII.com. A Pontotoc County man has told investigators he killed his friend during a fishing trip because he thought the man was summoning Bigfoot to kill him. And he was convicted on Wednesday afternoon.
Hooray! It's a Bigfoot story.
It's a Bigfoot story. A judge ruled that Larry Sanders, yes, I checked, that is his actual name, 55, is guilty of murdering Jimmy Knighton in July of 2022. The conviction hinged on the concept of malice aforethought. According to closing arguments, both prosecutors and defense attorneys agreed that Sanders unlawfully killed Knighton, but a first-degree murder conviction in Oklahoma requires proof of malice aforethought. District 22 Attorney Eric Johnson explained that he and Assistant District Attorney Tara Portillo needed to convince the judge that Sanders intended to kill Knighton. Okay, got a voice here, right? Okay, this is Eric Johnson. What voice are we going to give Eric Johnson? E.T. Every time. Let's go. Oh, actually, do you know what I've not heard in a while? What? Joker. Yeah. Okay.
Favourites.
Oh,
you'll see.
Yeah.
My favourite. Correct.
In a first-degree murder case in Oklahoma, as in most other states, you have an element of malice aforethought, meaning that you have to have specific intent to cause the death of another. We were able to prove that Larry Sanders caused that death, and the issue of malice aforethought was what this case truly hinged upon.
Sanders reportedly confessed to killing Knighton during interviews with agents from the Oklahoma Bureau of Investigation. The OBI. Yeah.
Obi. They
only have one of those. Sanders took to the stand on Wednesday, and no one? OBI? One? No, come on. Fucking hell, get it with it. Sanders took to the stand on Wednesday and told the courtroom about the fishing trip that turned deadly, saying that he thought strange things began happening that July afternoon. Sanders claimed to see a 12-foot-tall Bigfoot downstream and hear Knighton howl into a drainage pipe. Sanders said that Knighton had pointed out a fish to him and was telling him to get that fish. Sanders said that he told Knighton he didn't want to get that fish, and Knighton kept telling him to. Sanders told the courtroom that he began to feel suspicious and believed that Knighton was planning to drown him and float his body downstream to feed the Bigfoot. Later on that afternoon, Knighton and Sanders got into a physical fight. The defense team argued that when Sanders strangled Knighton, he was trying to take control of the situation, not kill Knighton. But the state argued that Sanders made sure that Knighton died by waiting to let go of the chokehold until he turned blue.
Yes, there were monsters in the wood that night, but it wasn't Bigfoot. It was Larry
Sanders! Sanders' sentencing hearing is on June the 18th, and he's facing life or life without parole. So, yeah. I know what you're going to ask now.
I think the last one's real.
You think one of these, or at least one of these is AI?
I reckon that last one was real.
So we've got the woman who was dead but wasn't. I'm not dead.
That could happen.
To be fair, I think I've actually seen that one.
That could happen.
So I'm fairly sure that one's real.
We got the one about the dad getting lost in transit.
Fucking
DPD for you, innit? You know?
Yeah.
What the problem with that one is you said that what they received was a Russian dude.
Yeah.
Was he in Havana as well? Or
Apparently so.
Oh, was he? Oh, did they really fuck it up?
Well, you know,
imported him in.
I was just on vacation, you know, man.
It's got a Kev Nash. That's so fucking cool. But
you have to lay back.
The reason why the
push your chin
the
out like that,
Bigfoot one,
man.
which is obviously nonsense, is the one that I think is real. And whether this was a red herring done by you, when he said his name was Larry Sanders, he said that you checked.
Is his real name?
Yeah, so you checked. So you wouldn't check if it was a fake one.
So what are we thinking?
I think that we haven't gone AI this month.
Okay.
I think the middle one might be bullshit.
You think missing father?
Yeah.
What do the audience think? Are any of those AI? 1, 2, 3? All of the above? You think the second one's AI?
Got the Russian one.
That's the least believable. Okay.
What, you believe that there was a Bigfoot?
Jay believes that there was malice aforethought.
Correct, yeah.
Well, Oklahoma man.
Where was what?
It was Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Bureau of Investigation were involved, remember?
Oh, Oklahoma, where the wind comes sailing down the plain.
Yeah. doesn't have many Bigfoot sightings now.
Yeah, 'cause it's not real.
Oklahoma is real. I assure you, it is a real
not
place.
real.
Doug. OBI. So you think that one's fake because I made an Obi-Wan joke? Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, it is May the 4th, of course. Yeah. Okay.
Go on.
They're all real.
Yeah.
They are all real.
I said. I did say.
Yeah, they are all real this month. So there we go. That takes us through to the section where we leave the entertainment up to you guys now. Ask us any questions you got because we're going beyond the 54 nerds. When the sounder plays, it doesn't want to play. Play. Please play. No. Okay, I need to fix this sound then. It's time to go beyond the 50-foot nerds. Right. Don't know why it's not working. Go on then. Who's got questions?
Has anybody got questions? Go on.
You
Go
did.
on.
But I think it's already been answered.
Go on.
Okay.
Unlikely Mandalorian and Grogu TV titles. Well, film titles. Stuff like
Unlikely Mandalorian and Grogu titles.
One man and a baby.
Okay. Can we beat Space Babies as a title? Okay. It depends where they're going.
Don't watch this.
Don't watch it.
Yeah,
So
that's,
we're
a
gonna
real,
call
that's,
it,
a, that's a really bad. That's a really bad title for a film.
I would like to see them.
Don't watch this.
As part of on their journey, they have to go to Space Amarillo, and this is the way to Amarillo. That could be one. Let's see.
Oh, I have warped 5,000.
You have 5,000. Get him in the Suno. Let's see.
5,000 parsecs.
Yeah. Let's see. What would I call her? Let's see. This is proven a difficult one. I'll be honest with you. Actually, you have genuine, definite answers for. I mean, yes, Space Babies. Yeah.
Space babies.
Let's see. Bounty hunter with a baby. Contract killer with a baby. Green bean in a can. It's. I mean, it's Space Leon, isn't it? So that's So it's a Leon.
A fistful of.
There it is. That's the answer. A Leon. Oh God, damn it, Mike, you're amazing. Fucking hell.
Any other questions? Have we been playing Helldivers? No, sadly not. No.
So recently, it's very heavily implied by Arrowhead that the Sony developers have basically gone, you need to make a PSN account now.
Oh, really?
So any Steam players can't use their Steam account. They have to link their PSN. I was just wondering what your opinion is on that.
I think that's a bit of a cockblock, to be honest with you. Yeah, if you want to play a game, not only do you have to have this account, but you also need this account because you could have these people may never have picked up a PlayStation in their life, but now they're being forced to have that, and that's a bit shit. Because
Arrowhead, when they wrote about it, they literally put it as like, this is from the PlayStation people. This is not us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's shocking actually. To be fair, that they do that because like. When I've played other games, on like for example, I've just recently completed Red Dead Redemption, the remake for PS4. 1 or 2? The one. I'd already done number 2. I'd finished that, and then I got number 1, the remake for Christmas, and I've 100%ed the original game. I haven't touched Undead Nightmare yet, but I've 100%ed the regular version. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it. Because I'm very sad when I got the game. Because I knew what happened in it, I knew the story and everything like that, but I just never got around to playing it. So I've made myself a checklist on Excel of everything that you can do in that game and ticked everything off as I went through. I am a nerd. Yeah, you should see the one I've got for Zelda Breath of the Wild that I'm going through now. But yeah, so but when I play games like Red Dead or GTA or anything like that, they want you to make Rockstar accounts as well. And it's just, if I'm already playing it here, why do I need this as well? So I do disagree with multiple aspects. I mean, Rockstar were just like, oh, well, if you link it to this, then you get this fucking T-shirt for your character. And
they all want your email address, so then you can start selling your stuff.
That's what it is, yeah.
It's what streaming are doing now, aren't they? Making thy account within an account.
Yeah. It's like when we all started Netflix, we were just, however, £6 a month or whatever it was, and now it just goes up and up and up, and it's just like, well, we're going to put adverts in things, so if you give us an extra couple of quid any this month, you won't have any adverts.
If you've got Amazon, you might get Shudder or...
Yeah. I pay for Shudder separately anyway.
Prime's selling all the films, don't they?
Yeah.
You get Amazon Prime, and then you have to buy the film that if you want to watch the film.
Yeah. What's the... if I've bought your streaming service, I then shouldn't have to pay to watch this film on top of that. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. No, I understand, you give me the option. Should I want to keep it in my digital library? That's fine. Give me that option, and I'll happily pay for it if I want to keep it. But if I just want to watch it once, then I'm not going to pay X amount to rent it. Fuck off. Speaking of which, the last Amityville movie is coming to Amazon Prime very soon.
Hey!
You can buy or rent it. It's available now on Vudu in the States.
Matthew, that's a film he's in.
I'm in this film. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I actually have photos. I believe it's got to be free on Prime. Yes,
I'll pay for that.
You can buy or rent it now on Vudu in the States, but it will be apparently it is coming to Prime for free. Or you can go to SRS Cinema online and buy a Blu-ray. There's still some available. The limited run got extended, so yeah, because it's sold very, very well. Yeah, and next I've bought.
It sold very, very well because Uncle Pete bought like 1,000 copies.
He did buy like 6 copies. Yeah, I've actually got some photos done to be selling the conventions that we come up, so I'll have them next month. If anyone wants to buy any photos of me in that film or the poster or anything like that, then I'll have stuff here if you want them. Yeah. So, but in terms of Helldivers, no, I haven't played it yet. It does look very interesting. I am looking forward to getting it eventually.
The PSN thing, PSN apparently have the worst security ever.
So, story about me. Many years ago, back when I was like, oh god, I've been like 20. I used to work at Sony. Very, very. I've talked about this on the show before. Said about like Angelina Jolie's carjacking the game and all that kind of stuff. And a guy I worked with in the office, a guy called Simon, was in charge of PSN for Europe, not just the UK, for Europe. One guy looking after the entire thing on his own. And his background, he'd come from a small development company that made like fucking like Disney Princess games and My Little Pony games and shit like that. And now he's in charge of PSN. And this was PSN back for PS3, so it was very, very brand new, and it was all free to use and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me that there's a lot of like exploits available for it and everything like that. Because if it's anything like it was back then, which it probably isn't, it's probably a lot more people working on it these days. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me if they haven't got the resources to go expand and stuff. But yeah, he was a nice guy. He was one of the people who was stood around the computer when we watched that Transformers trailer for the first time. Yes. There you go. Am I going to get GTA 6? I probably will. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's probably going to cost like £1,000 by the time it fucking comes out.
Well, bearing in mind, I'm probably going to have to buy a new console.
Yeah,
to
I
play
don't have
GTA
a PS5
6.
yet.
I don't have a 5.
Yeah, I will get a PS5 at some point, but I've got more pertinent things to be worrying about right now financially. So yeah, I will get a PS5 at some point. I will play GTA 6 at some point. Probably not going to be midnight launch like it was back in the day for GTA 5, but yeah, I'll get to it. It looks fucking insane graphically, at least. But you know, you could have the most insane graphically looking game in the world. It could control like shite. It could be full of bugs. It could be the story could be arse.
Ooh, a game day one that's full of bugs. That never happens these days.
So that's the man who bought GTA Trilogy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm
At least
quite
it's
happy.
fixed now.
I'm quite happy with it. It's doing
I will
the job
say, I
for
mean,
me.
playing Red Dead remake or remaster, whatever you call it.
I do want to do
fucking
that.
phenomenal game.
I haven't
controls
played.
great.
I haven't played 2 since I played it through originally. So I'm once I've finished Trilogy, I'm probably going to play 2 again.
It is good.
And then by that point, I'll be in a position.
That's the one thing I was
kind
of glad of.
Get the original
for
again.
playing this the first time is you didn't have the fucking time wasting at the end of the game missions like you did in the second one. As you know, at the end, once you finish the main story of Red Dead 1, you have one side mission. Technically, it's not even technically a main mission. You have one side mission where you play as Jack, whereas in Red Dead 2, once Arthur dies, spoilers, you play as John for a bit, and you have that side mission that is it's not a side mission, it's a main mission where it's like literally watch this music video while a country singer tells you about the house building a house. Going to build a house in the old timey West. You look at me here, I'm making a fence. There's a barn over there and an old man here. He's sitting in a chair. Is he dead? I don't know. We're not in Cuba. So, that's... So, that's literally one whole mission, is just watching a country music video, essentially.
Well, there's a couple of bits in Red Dead Redemption 2 where they're basically music montage scenes. So, that end thing is.
I did spot a continuity error. Actually, when I was playing Red Dead Remake, there's one part where Jack, because he's older at this point, he's a teenager, he's talking about going hunting for the first time with his dad. And he says, one day I can't wait to learn how to fish. And I'm thinking, fucking Arthur taught you how to fish in Red Dead 2, mate, when he was like 6. So fucking don't lie to me. Yeah, it was I think it was the Pinkertons game. Yeah. So I was just like, why are you lying, Jack? You cock. You don't want to tell your dad you went out with Arthur.
The other thing I really would like, I don't want to have to go and buy a second-hand copy of GTA 4 off of Xbox 360 to be able to replay it. There needs to be a PlayStation version.
They will. I'm sure they will at some point.
Remastered or whatever.
I've still got my PS3, so I might just go back and play it on that, to be fair.
I don't.
Go and play as Nico Bellic. Hey, this is me, your cousin. Let's go and hang out. I'll ring you every 2 fucking minutes till you go and play darts with me. Fuck off. Oh, just leave me alone.
Welcome to Liberty City.
Oh, he's a pain in the ass. Just fuck off and leave me alone. Stop ringing me, you needy twat.
I read something though recently that Red Dead 3 is going to be happening. You just can't say.
Red Dead 3 is going to happen. Oh, sure it will. I would like it to be another prequel, because where Red Dead 1 ended, it's like the dawn of like motor cars and shit like that. The Old West is dead by this point. So you would need to go back. And probably I would like it to be the origins of the Vanderlind gang. See Dutch putting the team together. That's what I'd like to have it as. And then you end that potentially with whatever happened in Blackwater that meant that they had to leave and send them up into the mountains at the beginning of Red Dead 2. That's what I'd like it to be.
Would you like to see if they ever did a collaboration from Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto?
So like Grand Theft Horse, essentially.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Red Dead is anyway?
Well,
Red Dead is kind of
what I like about
Red Dead 2 modern day Grand Theft Auto.
So like sort of set like maybe around the 20s where civilizations starting to get more
bootlegging and all that shit.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, but if you can do that, you may as well play like the fucking Godfather game from the old days. And
you know what? The other one I'd really love a modern remaster of. I loved The Getaway on PS2. So because GTA, but in London. Yeah. And what I really loved about it was you're bombing along in London, and I'm going. Yeah, I used to go in that pub. There used to be a Virgin Megastore there. That
I would, as well, wasn't it?
It was just really weird doing a car chase down a road that I intimately knew.
Bombing over roundabouts. Do you know?
I'm surprised you're not commenting on the fact that you can actually drive at that speed through London.
That's very true, yeah.
No traffic wardens anywhere.
Do you know what I do like, though? Is I love the Red Dead games purely because GTA... There's cars fucking everywhere. I can't go in a straight line without hitting something eventually. Like, there's always going to be cars or buildings or something. Whereas in Red Dead, I can ride a horse for like 10 minutes straight and not touch a single thing.
Sounds like a skill issue.
It's
to me.
not.
Game.
No, I just look. It's very relaxing to just go out and just ride your horse wherever you want. I love it. It's really cool.
GTA, there is far too much AI for how built something is.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I know in GTA 5 you've got a lot of countryside and all that kind of stuff, but that, if I had a horse to ride around that countryside with, then that would be something different. But bombing around like in a Lamborghini on the side of a mountain ain't really working for me. You know what I mean?
But you wouldn't feed him a sausage roll.
I'm a big fan of the Just Cause series. I love Just Cause 2, but when Just Cause 3 came out and they added the wingsuit, it basically made cars pointless.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't like the online GTA, because everyone's got like these fucking motorbikes that can fly and stuff like that. And it's just like, this just isn't GTA for me. This is whatever game this is. I don't like no. I just want people running around robbing banks and fucking smashing cars into each other and all this kind of. I want silly stuff. I don't want. I mean, I say that with flying cars and flying bikes, but fuck off. You know, I just want people to be doing the normal GTA stuff that you do in the base game, just with each other. When we used to play it, me and Amara, like we'd set like sticky bombs on trucks that'd be bombing it down the road, jump out, and then set the bomb off afterwards and stuff like that. We did all this kind of stuff. It's good fun, but nowadays it's gone too far. I don't like it. I don't like it.
You could just literally, if you lost your car, you could just jump, use your grapple hook, and then just like parachute. And it's slow. It's slower than a car, but it was faster than walking.
Yeah, true. I mean, I'm doing that on Zelda Breath of the Wild at the moment. You've got your little hang glide. I think you jump off a mountain, hang glide down, get down, whistle your horse, and then you can bomb around the countryside. So that's fine by me.
GTA, you're possibly doing live maps like.
Oh, okay. Live maps and stuff. And I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you, because I would rather just have, like, I want just like a base game and that's it. Don't fuck around with it. Don't like do seasons and stuff like that. I don't want to be playing it in the snow if it wasn't set in the snow to begin with. Yeah, it might be fun graphically for the first 5 minutes, but then after that, it's a pain in the arse. Like I liked when Spider-Man Miles Morales came out. The first Spider-Man game set in the autumn. It's fine. You know, you do see kind of seasonal changes slightly in the story. There's garbage that builds up in the streets, but that's part of the story. It's not. It doesn't stay there once the game is over. And then when you had Miles Morales come out, that was set in the winter, so there was snow knocking around, and that's fine. That didn't go back and forth or anything like that. It was set as it is, and that was fine by me. I don't want things to constantly update. I don't want, like, if I'm playing a game and there's been a nice big stretch of open land for months upon months of me playing this game, and then when I come back to it, suddenly there's a building there because the game developers have decided, right, okay, there's just a supermarket there now. It's like, why? If you're going to put a supermarket there, you should have put it there when you were developing the game in the first place. Don't fuck about with things later. That's me.
Love it.
I get angry.
You do, and that to be fair, that was quite restrained for
I know, that was restrained for me. I know, for me. I got it all out on the He-Man stuff earlier, it's fine. I've just...
What do you think about He-Man again?
I think you can go fuck yourself, that's what I think.
GTA crosses
Listen
over
to the
with
episode when it drops.
Yeah. So I think then, on that bombshell, we shall leave it there. Thank you for coming to the show. It is always good, to have people here listen to us talk about random fucking nonsense. And, it's just nice to just be around people at the moment. It's good fun. If you like the show, then you can always come and see us do it here every month. We're always at Geek Retreat. Our next show is, I believe, on the 1st of June, he says, checking the calendar. Pretty sure it is. We did look at it earlier. Yes, it is. 1st of June. So come and see us then. We've got July. We've got the first Saturday in July, which is the 6th of July. We will be here. And then the very next day, the 7th of July, we'll be in Aintree.
Yay! Aintree Comic-Con.
Duck's going to be with us. It's going to be fun. Aintree Comic-Con. Come and see us. It's going to be a good day. It is going to be a good day. Gone totally off me train of thought now. It doesn't matter though. If you like us, just if you like the show, give it a subscribe on your platform of choice, whether you're on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, wherever. If you don't know that we have one, we do have YouTubes. We've got 2 of them. We've got the regular one, which is just shit, and just have not shit. It's just where we just put regular shit up, and then we have our Patreon, our podcast archive, where you can listen to every episode that we've ever done. We've got the Patreon, which this month is definitely worth subscribing to. It's £1 a month. You can drop out at any time. It's absolutely fine. Whenever you sign up, you do get access to everything that we've ever done. And we've been on Patreon since it started, very back in the day, before a lot of other people. We've been knocking around for years.
Back in 1912.
Exactly, Paul. I'd say it's literally £1 a month. Sign up. We put video podcasts up when we video it. We put extra stuff up, like whenever we're on the radio. We put, as I say, there's a copy of my plays up there if you want to go and check that out. We put the show notes up there so you can read the stuff that I read every month. And you get extra audio content. Like, as I say, this month you get at least 15 minutes extra for free. So, well, not for free, for £1 a month. So check that out. I'd like to thank Doug for having us down. Obviously, we love doing this show. I'd like to thank you guys once again for coming along. I'd like to thank the listeners for listening. I can't think of anything else that we need to say.
Nope.
No? And anything else that isn't covered right now will be on the little outro thing that plays after the end of the episode. So, for this episode of the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds, I've been disgusted at the idea of another He-Man movie set on Earth.
I've been a father of space babies.
I've been watching Doctor Who. Are you proud of me?
Yeah. Very proud, very proud.
In the words of the Mandalorian version of Sylvester Stallone, Leon! Geek out, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Oh, fuck me.
If you've enjoyed the nerdom in your ears, then why not follow us on Twitter at 50footnerds. You can follow Mike at Mike G. Bell, Amara at Volsevexoth and at Amara Lunera, and Paul is on at Auton Our website is 50footnerds.co.uk. That's FIFTYFOOTNERDS.co.uk. You can find all of our YouTube content at video.50footnerds.co.uk or search youtube.com/50footnerds. All of our episodes are archived over at bit.ly/50footnerdsarchive. That's 50FTNERDS archive. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds. Email us at 50footnerds@gmail.com or join our Patreon at patreon.com/50footnerds. If you'd like to buy our merchandise, you can visit us over at tinyurl.com/50footstore. That's 50FT store. All of these links and more are available at our Linktree page. That's linktr.ee/50footnerds. FIFTYFOOTNERDS.